guys? Sexter out of here with another review of some of the figures we got in this week. Today we got in the G.I. Joe Classified Series, Dreadnok, Road Pig, and Ruckus. Now, with the reveals of the San Diego Comic-Con, this was actually one of them I was super excited for. Very stoked about this set. Lenny's personal favorite, Dreadnok, and one of my favorite Dreadnoks, finally into the line. This is just, to me, super cool, and I like the added bonus of the fact that we're getting another animal in the line. Of course, the animal line is superior, or actually really great, that we're getting tons of different animals. So it's good to see that we are getting something different too, because the original figure back in the day did not come with a pet. So this is really, really cool. He comes in the standard packaging, window packaging that we do see now with the G.I. Joe Classified. Unfortunately, it's not that exciting. So, which is a bummer, but it is actually, cool that you can see exactly what comes in it. You got the figure, you got the shield, you got Ruckus, and you got all his accessories. So that's really cool. Side art looks freaking awesome. Let me do an up and down real quick on this, just so you can see I'm actually very impressed by this, because usually the art looks kind of boring. So I'm very, very, very excited about this. Looks really cool. They actually find a decent job. I like that. Okay, here's the back of the packaging, where you see basically him in the garage or gas station. Just like, which one was it? Was it Buzzer that was in the gas station too, or was it Ripper? I don't remember. One of those two. But anyway, looks pretty cool. You can see the pig staff, or not staff, hammer right there, and then you got the skull on his on his armor, and then his tattoos. Cool pose over there. Is that grape soda in the background? Really cool. Look at a little teddy bear too. I mean, I'm sure this is pretty cool. Homage to the cartoons, I get, or something. Look at the little teddy bear right there. That's hilarious. That's probably Ruckus's when he rips it apart, right? And then you got basically his attributes right here. And then on the side, not really a good thing, more attributes. And then, of course, that barcode that never works. Anyway, enough talking about the packaging. Let's get them out of the box so we can do a full review of Road Pig and Ruckus. Okay, guys, here is Road Pig out of the packaging. Looking spectacular. I'm actually very happy with this. When they made an announcement, I was super excited. I just feel like, this guy looks pretty badass. There's some controversy going around with him. The first time ever hearing about fat shaming an action figure has happened. People are saying this guy's too fat and which I think is insane. My mind is blown on how some people think. I just think it's ridiculous, because it's bad enough people fat shame people, but we're just gonna go after toys now. I guess that's a better target, but still, really, it's just stupid. But anyway, I think what I like about Classified is the fact of the matter is that you get different body types. So for this to come out, I think it's a great idea. He looks awesome. I mean, it represents, there's actually people that actually look like this. This is, they have body types like this, I don't see what's wrong with it. But anyway, that's another discussion for another day. But let's go ahead and let's get some closer images on him. Let's look at his face sculpt first. Looking really cool. He has a scar on his nose, so he's been in some battle. Some dark eyebrows, piercing eyes, and then of course you have the shadow, 5 o'clock shadow on him. Really prominent on him. That's really on there. He's got an earring. I don't know what that earring is of. Is it I don't know. Huh. Then you got that kind of like the mohawk buzz cut, Or not mohawk, but buzz cut head with the red, reminiscent of the toy back in the day. Then he has his football pads, which look really cool in the blacks, the grays, and these browns. You got 2 stars on the side. There's some wear and tear on it, which is really cool. On this side, on the shoulder pad, you have this skull that is kind of like, you know, bolted in, which is really cool. I like that. And that one actually has a mohawk, which is cool. It looks like a real skull. That's insane. That's cool. That's very cool. He has a chain tattoo on the right arm. And it goes all the way around, which is pretty cool. And then he has this tattoo right here that is of pork bomb. And he's got his gloves, black gloves right here. On the back of the football pads, more detail. Looks leathery, looks really cool. I like that. And then you got what the controversial back fat that he has. I'm just tripping out on how people can complain about anything these days. Just crazy. He got a big badonkadonk, so you know he's wide. So watch out. The belt is basically one of those classic, you know, biker belts or with the little grooves on them. I remember those. I used to have a bracelet of that back in the day, and the belt buckle is a pig. Go figure. On the crotch piece, he has these metal things. I guess so. Zorana won't kick him in the middle part when he flirts. And then on the side here, we have these molded in arrows that go with his crossbow that's on the side, which is a really cool touch. I like the fact that they included this. I kind of wish that we had it function where we could have one out there, or one can be removable and we can put it, but then again, that's a lot of pieces, but that's pretty cool. I was like kind of afraid that they didn't add that, so that's a nice touch. So that's pretty cool. On his belly, his big belly, he has his Dreadnoks there. I think there's too much ink there because it doesn't, I really can't tell it says Dreadnoks unless you're really looking at it. They could have, I mean, I get the font is pretty cool, but I think they could have just done easier lighting on that. Not so dark. Get more detail. And then he has jeans underneath with the chaps on the sides, which are really interesting. And this knee pad's interesting. It is a pig head, which is really cool. Wow, that's interesting. And then he has his metal one. This feels like a heavy uniform. Like, seriously. And then his shin guards, he has here this metal, looks metal. There's, you know, and then on his boots, he has basically, I'm sure he wears steel toe. So if he kicks a Joe on the grind, forget about it. Instant hospital. And you got more of that silver on the back. So, you know, baby got back. Jesus. He's a real muscular character, which is cool. And like I said, the controversy about him being too fat is just ridiculous. You know, get over it, people. You know, don't pick him up if you don't want. So let's look at his accessories. He does come with a lot. He is basically a deluxe pet figure, so he comes with a lot. Let's start with his shield, which basically is the same shield as Shock Blast or Shockwave. I forget. Yeah, I always get those names confused. So in the original figure, he did have a shield, but it was a small one that went right here. I do like this. I probably would have preferred the smaller one just because this is a lot of stuff, but I do like it. So it does make sense that you have it. And you just have the, you know, the lock. I wonder if his arm's too big though. Like, was it gonna fit? Let's see. Let me see, because I'm a little curious on, oof, his hands are too big. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see if I can get it in there. Okay. Oh yeah, well, it sort of fits. Doesn't really go all the way. Like, it's kind of blocked. as you can see, like I can't. Oh, and the time came off. Good. I wish you could turn this, but you can't. That's unfortunate. You know how the Alley Viper you could turn. This one you can't, so. I mean, it's just gonna sit. I mean, it still works, but yeah, that's kind of bad because he has a really thick forearm, so it's not going in. Anyway, wow, now that's kind of unfortunate. So, we'll see if I fit the shield in. Next up, he has his classic center block mace, I guess, or hammer or whatever. It's in this silver. It looks really cool, and then you got the brown handle on the bottom, so that's pretty nice. And then he comes with this cleaver thing that basically a lot different than Crockmaster's, so it's pretty cool. And then I think this is a really cool hammer. I'm not sure which one I'm gonna use, but this is super cool. Basically a meat cleaver thing that pounds. I mean, let's think about this real quick. Imagine getting hit by this thing. Jesus. I mean, talk about your brutality. You got that pig face on there, just like his, his knee thing. This guy's lethal. Goodness. Has a red handle on there. Is that blood right there? Or is that just a paint? Jesus. That's brutal. Like, this guy, he's not meant to just hurt you. He's meant to kill you. Lord Jesus. I'm telling you. He comes with this little gas mask thing. It has tusk on it, which is pretty cool. So that's pretty cool. Another way to show him. What I really think is unique is this thing. Now, if you think the hammer is kind of crazy, look at this. This is another, basically a head sculpt. Like you have to pop it off to get in there. But look at this. Is this not the most evilest thing you've ever seen? I mean, it's pretty cool and I like it, but the fact of the matter is that this is made out of pig skin. Well, not in real life, obviously, but that's what it's meant to look like. Like, that's pig skin. And he has this is like the Mad Max Thunderdome type of stuff going on here. It's insane. Like, I don't know, it's just kind of crazy how who thinks of this stuff? Lenny, you and your crazy dreams. That's insane. Look at that. Goodness. And he comes with two fist hands, which is cool, but I doubt it I'm going to use those because I have all the other stuff to look at. Comes with his alternate head, which, I'm not a huge fan. He's just, hey, Zerona. And then another cool accessory is Ruckus, or not a Ruckus, but it's the pet. I'm not a big fan of pit bulls. I was a kid when I got chased by them from my neighbor's dogs. My neighbor had some dogs that were pit bulls, and those things are mean. I even saw a video where one was attacking a horse, and it was a big horse, and the dang thing would not stop. It kept going after that horse. Even the horse would kick it so hard, it still would go. I don't know. I don't trust pit bulls, but anyway, here he is. He has a scar in his eye. Ruthless, but yeah, I mean, I love pets and I love animals, but maybe he should have came with, I don't know, maybe a different type of animal. I mean, you would think he'd come with a pig, but no, probably the pig, you kill it to make a mask. Here is here is his alternate head, which I think I like a little bit better because he's a lot chilled. But yeah, anyway, and this body looks like it's the same as Junkyard, so we'll look at that in a minute when we do some comparisons. But yeah, all right, so let's go ahead and do some comparisons on some of the pets to look at all the pets basically got in the line, and we're looking at other Dreadnoks too, and we'll do my final thoughts on Mr. Road Pig and Ruckus. All right, let's do something fun. Let's look at some of the other pets that came in GI Joe Classified. I'm hearing rumors that supposedly a polar bear might be coming, which would be pretty cool. He should have came with a polar bear, since he's like big as a polar bear, right? Anyway, here's Ruckus right here. So let's go ahead and get Junkyard out, which is basically the same mold. So that's kind of smart how they did that. I think that's probably why they came out with Ruckus, because it is virtually the same body, with the exception of the head. Of course, because he's a even the collar's the same, except for, you know, this is red. But yeah, just the head sculpt is different. So that's really cool. I mean, that's pretty smart actually, because they're like, well, we can use another head sculpt on this guy, you know. So they're basically the same, especially a little back, you know. And they're so articulated. Next, let's go ahead and move him out of the way. Let's look at Timber. So there we go with Timber. Oh, classic figure. Here's a white one. I have both of them. The gray one's some around, but you know. So side by side. He's taller, but yeah, you know, it's kind of crazy. I would think that Timber would be a little bit more bigger, because wolves are bigger than than dogs. Like, I think the wolf could be this higher than that, because they're pretty big. So that's interesting. Yeah. So who would win a fight here? I don't know. Like I said, these vicious animals in their mouths, I just feel it's kind of... All right, him on the side. Let's look at... I think it's called Pork Belly. And whoa, he is much bigger than... yeah, look at that. I mean, he is much bigger. Let's get this guy out of the way. But yeah. Let's see something real quick. That's insane. Was this the head used? Is Naga Head gonna have to beat up somebody? I mean, I don't know. I just kind of find it funny how they, you know, they really... You would think that Road Pig would come with the pig. I'm telling you. And finally, let's look at Fiona, who will definitely eat Ruckus. I would take this off, but it's a pain to put back on, so I'm just gonna leave his thing on. Let's kind of there we go. That looks much better. So yeah, look at that. That's interesting. Let's get all the animals in a group shot. Let's put Fiona in the middle. Ruckus, this guy. Let's go a little bit further back. Timber on this side. And then Pork Belly. Group shot. Group picture. Say, everybody say cheese. Yeah, so that's interesting. I love the animals. I think the animals is really cool. I hope we get an elephant. I hope we get, you know, a hippo. You know what? I think, to be honest, instead of Ruckus, I think Road Pig should have came with a hyena. I'm just saying. Maybe the next Dreadnok we get a hyena. That'd be kind of cool. All right, so let's go ahead and let's take Road Pig, and let's look at let's get the family of Dreadnoks. We got the family of animals, but now let's do the family of Dreadnoks. All right, here he is with the other Dreadnoks. The Dreadnoks is finally coming together. You know, it's a really unique and cool, I guess, family. There's a lot of others that we are missing. Of course, I think Monkey Wrench would probably be the last of the core figures. Given that he did come out before Naugahyde, and Road Pig. So hopefully he comes out soon. Of course, Xandar's coming. I think we'll probably get him hopefully within December or January. So he should be added onto the roster. And then of course, we would love to see Thrasher and the Thunder Machine. So hopefully we get that. So here's a shot of him, like I said, with the rest of the Dreadnoks, looking pretty good. So let's go ahead and do my final thoughts on Road Pig. All right, here's my final thoughts on Mr. Road Pig. All in all, he's a great figure. I'm loving the style of him, the body. I think it's unique. You know, like I said earlier, the whole controversy with the fat shaming of a toy, which is ridiculous. I mean, if you don't like fatness and toys, and don't get them, which is kind of stupid, but I think it's unique. I think, you know, like I said, GIJOE Classified's all about different types of bodies, and this is definitely one. You know, I think everybody wanted a real big muscular guy. I think the face sculpt could have been a little bit more, you know, mean, and I think what makes it better is putting that mask on him because he looks really cool. The accessories are fun. I really love those two hammers, especially the one with the pig. That's really cool, unique. I like all the details on him, and of course they had the little crossbow on his arm, which is cool. I think it would have been nice if it had a little, you know, little arrow you could put on there or something. The biggest disappointment for me is that shield. I was looking forward to having it on him, but unfortunately it does not fit him because his arm is big, and Shockwave's wasn't, so it fit well on Shockwave, but on this one it doesn't, so it's kind of a bummer considering that it has a cool design on it. And another thing I also noticed, the cleaver actually doesn't really fit into the hand either, unless I'm putting it wrong. It was kind of too small, so not sure if I'm doing it wrong or if I have to do it again. I'm not sure if I'm ever going to use it, but yeah, it's kind of annoying. Another thing I think was really cool though is that peg head. I mean, it's just crazy. It really takes a new take to the figure, so it makes it kind of crazy. And of course, last but not least, we got Ruckus, and he is a cool addition to this line, and it's really unique, and it was real clever of Hasbro to go ahead and add him into the mix using Junkyard's body mold. So it's always great to have pets. So I'm looking forward to what else. So they're gonna bring in Law and Order's coming. So anyway, what other Dreadnoks are you waiting for? I know Xandar's right around the corner. Hopefully we got Monkey Wrench coming up, and then maybe also, you know, maybe the Thunder Machine, you know. Let me know in the comments below, and then until next time, yo Joe.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.